Everyday Creatures. Today is just a collab video I got to do with my friend Diana, and I figured we would do something different for our first video. We're just talking about random things, wanted to get your guys' opinions on things we talk about. So I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like her channel down below. I will make sure to share it as well, and subscribe. Trying to hit 700 subscribers by the end of the year, if not 1,000, and give her some love as well. Appreciate it. And let's get started a while.
Okay, and I was like, dang, that's true. Why do I just kind of put my child's face out there? And
I understand. I like, especially with I have my private Instagram, which is like more or less more family that follows it, and like the Huns that might see it, but that's very few and far between. But I understand what you mean, because like I on my YouTube one, I don't share my kid's face at all. Like I don't do that at all, because I'm like, I don't no creep people.
yeah, before I didn't really care. I was like, whatever. But then it hit me. I'm like, wait, my profile's public. I used
Oh
to be a
yeah,
stripper. I just maybe I should not be posting her up on there
I get that.
like
I
she
get that
like
all too
she
well.
gave me permission.
Yeah, no, I get that. My hair is a mess.
Ha- when it comes, I know I haven't I don't comb my hair, so
This is my version of curl, so that's all I got. It was just up because I put it up that way. So now it's just a little bit of yeah. I need to put it again.
I have a sister that she whenever she curls her hair, it just does not hold. Within an hour or so, it just is completely straight again.
Yeah, that's like my mom. I didn't inherit those genes from her. She's
Oh
the same way
wow.
too. So I understand. Yeah, I feel bad for especially her for her. That's sad. 'Cause
Can you hear my child screaming in the back?
it happens. It's you might hear my dog act like a nut. So she's down here because you might be able to hear. They're above. Their room is above us, like in our living room. So it's like right here because they took over our old bedroom because we didn't
Uh-huh.
get a big bedroom, so they gave them big room. So they got the big
we're
room. We got the
we're
small.
upstairs neighbors, so I apologize.
It happens. So
I
what's new with you?
um Great question. I think I'm just hanging out at home. I'm kind of a homebody. I was sort of looking for a job, but now I'm kind of like, maybe it's just better I stay home. Because either way, I was going to help a neighbor out, dropping her kids off and on. And then when I started applying for jobs, I'm like, wait a second. I can't just tell her now that I'm going to cancel because I decided to
Yeah,
start looking for a job. That's technically my job now, right?
yeah, that's a job. If you're getting paid for it, it's a job. Like
Yeah.
even if it's not like a lot of money sometimes, but it's a job. It's a job.
Yeah. And I'm like, shoot, I've always told my husband, I'm like, as soon as we can afford it, I would love to stay home and just like try to be a good housewife. And if we can afford it, let me stay home.
I
But
get that. I get that all too well.
yeah.
But that's why I'm okay with like on weekends when my husband's working. I have two extra kids I watch. That's why I'm not recording on the weekends all the time. Maybe if I'm able to sneak it in there, I do. But like other than that, I don't. And then I watch those two extra kids plus obviously my own. So I get paid for that. So I'm like, well, if I ask off a weekend, I ask off a weekend. But it's not a deal.
Ah, yep.
So I understand that. A job's a job. If you get a little money, it's not a bad
Wait,
thing.
say that last part again?
I said a job's a job. If you get a little bit of money, that's never a bad thing.
Yeah. And I feel like right now we're not I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Because I can't say, oh, we're not broke. I mean, like, aren't we all like,
Somewhere, somehow broke.
yeah. I was talking to a neighbor the other day, and she was like, my car's gonna get repossessed. Like, I, I, I'm behind on rent 3 months. I was like, maybe I don't have it so bad.
Yeah, and I understand what you mean. I do because like, and I hate that there's like no caps. There needs to be a cap somewhere on renters. Like it's
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. Especially like when I see on TikTok, they're like, "Oh, my rent in Texas is like $5,000." I was like, "No,
Excuse me?
no. If it's like the price of a down payment for a house, you don't do that.
Oh hell no.
No,
I
like never."
and then like what in their right mind make them think, okay, so 700 square foot apartment, great, okay. How about you pay us like 9.95? Like, excuse me, bitch? Shouldn't
No,
it be like $1 per square foot?
yeah,
How can we boycott these rent prices while also not being homeless?
yeah. It's ridiculous, and like and I just wanted like it just hurts because I'm like this needs to change.
I know, but what are we supposed to do? Like, I just want to be at home. Leave me alone and happy.
Right?
What is it?
Like let us be content in where we are when we like the content living price for like renting in general should probably be like no more than like maybe 700, but that's it. Like everywhere. It shouldn't be more than that. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's fair and doable for most places. If not, if someone needs help, then let them get help. But like that's I feel like that's probably like the cap. That should be the cap. You don't go over. Like even if I were a renter, we would not be over 700. It would stay right there. Because like for my small town, no, there's no reason it would need to be higher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I the other day I was fantasizing. I was like, imagine if I just had like all this money. You know what I would do? I would freaking buy out this company that owns these properties, and I would like reduce the rent to 500 a month
I
or
that's
something.
yeah, like and like be able to make sure everyone has a house.
Like,
That
with your 1,400 a month for a 700, ridiculous.
as much as like it is in New York. God bless you.
Sorry.
God bless
Oh
you.
my. What about you? What's new with you?
Right now, nothing too much going on. Like I said, babysitting. I mean, obviously with kids, it's always crazy. I have my next one on to be taken out tomorrow because it's bless you.
Oh my
You
goodness.
have allergies? Because I understand that.
I don't even know. I'm allergic to not being stoned.
I love that. I'm allergic to not being so. Oh, hold on, give me a second. I mean, like, I mean, you can. I don't care. I mean, I can do it on camera, but I don't care. But
I know, right? I've done it before while I'm recording. I'll go, cut that out. Just cut
I
that
know,
out.
right? You're like, oh shoot.
Wait, I interrupted you.
Oh, it's okay. I was just saying that, like, with babysitting, and I try to maneuver a schedule to at least get a couple videos recorded during the week if I can. Uh, Granted, I'll work around it, and I I've been doing meal prepping with watching 4 kids all together
Ooh.
now, so I've been trying that because I don't like extra work for myself when they are here. So
Mm,
nothing too crazy, and I'm trying to get well, I have someone who asked for photography work for next year.
oh,
So
fancy.
yeah, I do photography, so like that's my one other side thing that I do now and then.
Cool. What is your style? Like, do you do weddings?
I do a little bit of everything.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Allows you to be like flexible and try out your skills in different
yeah.
ways.
Especially when I have like I only shot a wedding that I got paid for real. Uh,
Mm.
this past no last year, last October.
Okay, okay.
So that was nice.
You know, I used to have the neck splint on too in my arm, and I would always like walk around and be like, poke it, touch it.
You know, right? Yeah, that's coming out because I started like realizing I got like panic attacks a lot more often. I don't know why. and like it was from anxiety. I don't know. I was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, probably better off going on birth control again
I believe it.
because
It's that
I mean I've been
hormone.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
like I've used birth control pills for years, so it's not weird. It's
Yeah.
not odd. It's very normal.
Are you done having kids
Well, right now I am for now,
right now?
at least for a little bit.
For now. For now.
For now,
Yeah, I told my husband, I'm like, I need to go to therapy or something first, and then we'll talk.
yeah, I did that too. I was like, yeah, we need to at least work on some counseling a little bit before we think of any more kids, just in case, just
Hell yeah.
for our own sanity. Because then I
I
would probably not want to watch anyone else's kids if I have more kids. So I'd be like, no,
don't.
'cause that'd be too many kids. I'd be like, no,
Yep.
I'm not gonna take care of that many kids.
I remember before I had any, I was like 3 max. But now I'm like 2 for sure. That's it. No more.
I
We're
used,
done after that.
I would always say 5 because I wanted to adopt, and then I was like, I mean, I still kind of do, but I don't want to have all of them myself.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like, mm, not all of them.
It's a lot of work for one body.
Oh wait, yeah. You have to do so much for all of that. I'm like, I don't want to give up all that stuff, like sushi and lunch meat and everything else you have to also manage while you're pregnant.
Hell yeah.
It,
I I remember my husband was always like, "No, don't drink coffee," and I was like,
I ain't giving up my coffee. That's funny. That's a laugh. I ain't giving that up.
I was like, "Come on." I wouldn't even drink that much, but whenever I would, he would be like, "I don't think that's good for the baby."
As long as you don't go like too overboard on like the recommendation, I think you're pretty much good. And
Yeah.
especially like obviously you can't touch energy drinks. That's obviously off the table. So there's always a limit.
Yep.
So
How did you get into anti-MLM? Like, what's your background?
uh, I started binge watching it during the start of the pandemic, I believe it was. I watched it for a good year before I was like, I kind of want to talk. And like I realized like there's a lot of people in my family that have been in MLMs for a long time or go into them a lot, and then they ask
Mhm.
more people to do it, and they're like, they're everywhere.
They really are, and you don't even realize.
Yeah.
Did you ever get involved with your family?
Um. Oh, like when they did any of them.
Yeah.
Like my aunt did Mary Kay for a little bit. I bought some of their makeup. Um, like I did her party when she was um had them, and then my mom sold 31. I like
Oh.
31. It's not a bad one. It's just not like the best one. And I I joined. It worked for like a week, and then I got a refund because I was like, I ain't spending $100 for people to not want any of the stuff that I have. So I was like, no.
Good thing you got out so fast.
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
good.
no. When I realized, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. That's too
Not
much
worth
work. They're like, here's all the money you can make, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then I was like, then I tried it out my job as a housekeeper, and then they're like, oh, and then I forget what my boss said or whatever, and I was just like, no, this is too much work to do all this stuff. Why would anyone waste all this much time just to try to sell something like that?
Yeah, uh-huh. And it's kind of like even if you were successful and stuff, is it even worth it? Just like constantly, every single time, just trying to
Bringing it
sell
up to
to
anybody,
people.
be like, here, warm body, here you go, take
Yeah,
the product.
for real.
That's very
You know what I, you know what just happened to me? Oh my God, I need to tell
fun.
somebody.
Yes,
I'm gonna put it in my next video because
yeah,
I had to I pretended to record myself as it happened. But
yeah,
okay, so I always feature this one lady named Krista, and she's in Monet, and her hair is super fried.
yeah.
So the other day, I don't know how, I didn't see. I was like screen recording her stuff
Yeah.
and I reacted to it and with a flame emoji and I was all, and I didn't even realize it until she reacted to my reaction. Like
Like,
in
did
a
she
private,
comment?
yeah, like she liked it.
Oh,
Like
okay.
like when you go in a DM and you like a comment.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember.
Yeah, I guess she could react to my flame reaction and she like hearted it and I was like,
Shoot, I didn't mean to do that.
yeah, and I
I've done
didn't.
that before too, and I'm like, even when I like, if I go through like some of their Instagram stuff, I do that accidentally, like liking and I unlike it real quick. I'm like, no, 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 don't come after me. Don't come after me. Don't come after me. Unless I actually am trying to get like info, serious
Yeah.
info, but like I'm like, no, no,
Oopsie.
don't see me.
It made me feel so old and like not technology
Savvy.
advanced. Yeah, technology savvy. I was like, oh, I didn't see myself do that. And then I told my husband, I was like, what do I do? What do I do? He was like, well, I mean, you have to block her and like you can spy on her with your other account
Yeah,
because if she clicks on your profile right now, she's gonna see her very face on your thumbnails. I was
yeah,
all, oh, you're right. So I blocked her. And now I just
yeah.
watch her from like my painting Instagram or
I have a couple other Instagrams that people might accuse me of having extra, but I'm like, they're my actual Instagrams. I use them. They're for other things, maybe not in a while, but I do use
yeah.
them, and I just kind of flip flop back and forth if I have to because I was blocked by Boss Lee on my one. What was my uh, my private Instagram? She blocked me on that one, so
I remember that.
it was funny. I was like, well, oh well. I have another one, so I mean, I can still see you.
I'm like, how? I mean, I guess that's how you know she's really successful in her MLM because she has all this time to go through wherever she found you in black, black, black,
Oh,
black.
I know, right? Like the time, like I honestly don't know how many people can go through life like blocking as many times. Like I have a very small block list in general, so like my block list is determined based around like my narcissistic ex and his girlfriend, who I tried to warn her, and she did not like me warning her because she's like, he's not like that, and I'm like, okay,
At least you tried because normally I feel like there's times like that where it's like, should I have said something to that girl? And it's like that one time that someone tries to help you out and give you a warning.
they're like, no, I don't need it. And I'm like, okay, thanks for that.
Okay, good.
Being all witchy towards me for no reason. She's a straight
Mhm.
up see you next Tuesday person to me. And I was like, well, you guys work well.
You're perfect for each other.
Perfect. 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 No, I'm just gonna have the tax down in my head when I said that. I was like, shoot.
Oh my god. Um, freaking the guy that recruited me into Amway,
Yeah.
he he was a douchebag
Really?
at the end of our like friendship or whatever. He was basically trying to I told him I was like stressed out. I was emotionally stressed out. And he was like, why? Because of my husband. He was like, because of August. And I was like, excuse me. And from there, we got into a whole argument. And the other day, I spied on his Facebook and I saw that he's with someone. And I wanted to do the same thing as you and be like, girl, he's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Be careful.
My
Like,
ex
I mean, I was
actually,
never with him, but
yeah, but still, but to at least be like, hey, this dude gave me like weird,
he was
almost
just
like
very,
vibe or just like,
yeah, he was gaslighty. Like he
yeah,
was like telling
gaslighting.
me, "Well, you're the one that told me that you were exhausted with him the other day, so I was just using your word, and I'm allowed to give marriage advice even though I'm single because our mentors are married and they've given me pretty solid advice."
I feel like, dude, if I didn't ask for it, you don't get to give it to me. I learned that years
Yeah.
later when I didn't even get asked advice from people. Like when they would tell me their problems, and they never asked it from me, but I gave it. But like I was like, I wish someone would have said, "Hey, I really don't need the advice." I like if they would have said I need an event, I would have been maybe hurt by it, but I would have understood. So
Yeah. Like, oh, okay. No, you're right. Like,
you're right. Yeah, like
and that's
I
what I
get
told him. He wasn't willing to back down, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna block you. But from now on, if you need anything, just ask our mentors. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm out of here.
yeah, no, I'm bye.
So that's why whenever I see that he's like engaged to this one girl and stuff, I'm like, oh God, I hope he doesn't gaslight her like he gaslighted me.
The weird thing is though, when I first got with my ex though, it was through my old church I was at. He got into or asked by some, which I never caught on to because he gives some really odd like vibes now that like I've like left him. Now that I look back on it, like, but he was hanging out with like teenagers. He's in his like late 20s, and I was like, that's weird. But he got asked to go to join a Vima, the energy drink MLM.
Nuh-uh.
I didn't know it was until like after, and I didn't understand when I was there. I was like, why am I here with a group of like humongous group of dudes when they're like, "Good, let's sell this energy drink," and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on?
Oh
I
my.
didn't realize. I was like, I'm already in a Christian cult. Am I in another cult now? Because this is really odd. Like now that I look, I was like, that's weird.
You only have time for so many cults in your life. We got to choose one.
You don't need to go into multiple of them. They're not any better than the next.
Especially if it involves for an energy drink. Oh God.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
if the cult is around an energy drink and supplements, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I agree. Especially with the whole Elamir one now that's out. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, I've done a couple videos already on them, but I was just like, hmm, okay.
I
The way they
can't.
describe it's weird. Like weird in like a bad way almost.
Mm-hmm. Like about how they have an illegal ingredient in there
Yeah. And
in
like
order to give you energy.
yeah. And I just found that really sketchy mainly because regardless of how it's illegal, I just don't think anyone should have it because that
Yeah.
doesn't sound good. And like they kept saying, you know how like they're like calm but energized. All I thought of was like a speedball trip when you're like have like caffeine and like an alcohol, like bad idea. Like I was like, that doesn't sound fun. That sounds horrible. Why
No,
would you want that?
no.
But that's
Plus, like,
just how
I'm
I took
sorry,
it.
but typically, if you're sleepy to the point where it's a problem, you know what you need? Water, probably.
Yeah.
You're probably dehydrated as fuck.
And
So,
also probably need food. If you're
yeah,
also that type, you probably need both.
yeah.
Because like
It's you don't need no Listerine strip with cocaine in it. Gee,
right? That's exactly what you should call it. It's the
that's
cocaine strip, not it's not Listerine, it's cocaine.
yeah. And
I
then if you
may never have done it,
still
but I don't doubt it.
wait, what's that?
I said I may never have done it, but I don't doubt it. If that's
Yeah.
the way they're describing it to be. No, I don't want it.
I've heard people say too that like with the Thrive patches, I didn't even think those worked, but people say like I've seen it on Reddit and stuff. They'll be like, I put on one of those Thrive patches and I was all shaky. I find that crazy that like I mean, okay, it works, but I think it's gonna fix your problem.
Yeah,
Just
no. And they always
putting a
have the same
band-aid on it.
issues for everything and the same. You ever realize that looking back, like every company like around health and wellness, it's like lose weight, gut health. They all use the same verbiage for everything, like
Yeah.
everywhere. And you're like, oh, it's but for energy and for calm. And then they add in for the elemental strip with like, and your gut health. And then you're like, why do you all use the same verbiage for everything? How do you not find this really weird, like odd and sketchy? I shouldn't say
Mm,
weird. Weird is not a bad thing. Weird is bad. Weird is not, but like sketchy.
yeah. It's kind of like they have to do certain terminology so that they don't get in trouble with the FTC, right?
Yeah,
Like what how they say helps promote immunity. Like what does that mean? What are you really doing?
yeah. What's so different that it's doing any of that?
Yeah, the vitamin and supplemental industry is very, I was gonna say, underdeveloped.
I was gonna say sketchy, but that also works too.
Yeah, like it's just not regulated.
Yeah, it's not regulated well.
Yeah. I feel the same about CBD. I feel
Yeah, no, I can see that.
like it's kind of shady that you can just kind of buy it anywhere. People can just say, "Oh, it has CBD," and you just have to trust them. Like I'm like, maybe we need some regularity there too, you know?
Oh, definitely, because like that's definitely not something that should be criminalized in any way. It should just be managed better.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were able to figure out how to connect because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, me too. I honestly at first looked up on the app store. I was like, maybe StreamYard is an app. And so when I didn't find it, I was like, maybe I need a laptop.
And you were
I'm
just
gonna
using your phone because that works too. Yeah, I thought it was an app too. I was like, is this an app? And then I was like, oh, it's not an app. Okay. Well, okay, whatever. That's fine.
yeah, browser. I like
So
that.
I was like, okay. All my kids' toys in the background.
Like my background isn't too hot either. My husband plays Yu-Gi-Oh, so we have like a table out right now where he's like deals his cards.
Okay. Well, right beside me is my husband's Magic the Gathering cards right here.
Oh, cool.
They were just playing. Our roommate and him were just playing for like an hour or two before I got
Oh,
off.
just now?
Yeah, he had to go get his daughter, so I think he had to go get her or hang out. I forget. I had to turn the AC on though because it's getting warm in here, or at least the fan. But yeah, so they have the Magic the Gathering right now on the table.
Oh. I actually we used to live with my husband's friend and he used to play Magic. And I guess when he was gonna move to college, he didn't want to go take his whole game, so he left it with us.
Did it come back for it?
No, it's still at my mom's.
Because I mean, if you don't want it,
Oh,
I mean, Troy might.
I'll send you a picture and see if you guys want it. Cause I don't know. You already. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna tell my husband. Hey, I'm gonna give the Magic the Gathering to someone. He's gonna be like, but that's Tyler's. Blah blah blah. I'm like,
When's he
it's
gonna come back for
been
that?
3 years since he left it with us. It is time.
It is time for a
I I feel like I was gonna tell you something.
no
I
rush.
can't remember. What's your subscriber count at?
Oh, on YouTube,
Yeah.
424. It went down like by two again. It goes back and I don't know if it's like bots or something, but
Up and
it went,
down. Nice.
so
Hey, hey.
it's getting there, but it's not there yet. I have more subscribers on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't even know you had a TikTok.
yeah. I can add you then. I changed it to fit my YouTube name more. I just add 55 after it because I had it as like my whole name. I was like, I need to change that. They don't need to know my whole name.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, I'll just change that real quick. It's like I have like 538 right now, which I was like, okay, cool. What about you? Where are you at right
Oh,
now?
cool. I really need to try to get on TikTok. I don't know.
I don't even do a whole lot of anti-MLM on mine. I just do fun stuff. I don't even make it about anti-MLM most times. I just kind of just do it for fun.
Random.
Yeah, because I'm like, it can be my fun spot. Everyone else can, if they want to do it that way. I'm not one of those people. I'm like, it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
And just doing it for fun is fun too, because like they have so many things you can do. Just
I've
I suck
seen
at the dances though. Don't ask me. I can do older dances. Don't ask me to do newer dances, because I don't know any of them.
how fast do the how
It's hard.
fast do the TikTok dances go? Like, if you learn it within a week, can you do it the next week, or will you just get buried in the algorithm because it's no longer relevant?
I'm pretty sure you probably could learn it and we can do it by next week and it won't get buried. It just will take a little bit to come around. Because some of my videos like can be like, I feel like they're a week behind almost, but I'm not sure. So I mean, they're not like, it's not like they're entirely difficult. It's just for me, I just feel like some of their moves are odd. What the heck, she? Oh, she probably heard my cat.
Oh,
She's at the door or the gate. She's acting like a netball. But yeah. So where are you at for subscriber count on your YouTube?
I think I'm like at 220 something.
That's not bad.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're all getting there. It like I said, I understand the fluctuation feeling because I'm like, oh, it went up, and then I'm like, oh, it went down.
What the hell?
And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the heck?
You better stay, bitch.
Stay now. And then you're like, I'm not dominating and scary. Never
It's
mind.
free, bitch.
I'm like the opposite. So. Well, I mean, if I really wanted to, I probably could. But yeah.
Wait, that if you really wanted to, what?
If I really wanted to be dominating and scary, I could probably, but I just am not that.
Yeah. I used to have a really short temper, and I still feel like it's there, but I can control it much better.
Yeah.
So my whole life I would be all so now I feel like I'm the opposite. I'm like way more chill when there's times maybe I should kind of defend myself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. I would say it's more for when it comes to seeing, when I've seen, well, I don't ever intertwine my opinion on anti-MLMers drama between other anti-MLMers because then they'll be like, you're a clout chaser. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys sound dumb. Like,
Oh, are you talking about like recent MLM drama between creators and stuff?
oh yeah, like any of that. Like they're it's like the most ridiculous, stupid stuff, and then they enter themselves into their own drama, and then they're like, I'm free of consequence or free of judgment, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, what? Make this make sense? Like you guys just sound like arrogant pricks. Like I don't care. Like I don't care what you say. We're all on YouTube because we have to have some sort of clout, regardless of if we start somewhere. You know what I mean? Like the math ain't mathin' if you're thinking that anybody who's smaller has no reason to have a voice. So basically, you're denying anyone having a voice of anything because you're like, well, you're a coach. I'm like that. Okay, stop. I will shut that down real quick. I'll be like, no, because you started there too. Everyone started there too. So don't even act like you're any better. Like,
yeah.
Like that's stupid. Like I just like no.
Like if anything, give us tips and advice, but you're not above us.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Like it's just like don't act like you're better just because you're bigger. Like no, you have a bigger head. Your head might be bigger, but I wouldn't say you're better if you're that way. I would say you're less human than you act because like I don't know. I just want treat people like humans. That's my issue. like and it's like silly. Like you know what I mean? You like okay. So we're not human because we talk on an issue we care about because we feel like it's important to us because we're involved in this somehow too, but we're not important enough to talk about, or you just want to shut us out because we're small. That's a dumb logic because you were small too, and everyone was small at one point. That doesn't matter any less.
And and then I've been seeing like drama between like the MLM police, and she's like calling out Katie Joy, and then freaking some man
the block for the sake of blocking.
Yeah, or like oh, I forgot to tell you, after you got blocked by Boss Lee, I saw that she blocked me too.
Really?
I want to say like a week or so later, I was like, oh shit, I got blocked too.
Be a block party.
Yeah, I'm like, where were we? That saw us and was like, yup, fuck them.
I know, right? Like,
You and me must have been following the same accounts that she started going down the
probably.
list.
She's like, oh, they're both part of anti-MLM. Don't put you on here. I'm like,
Fuck
okay.
you then.
I talked
And
to
to
her.
watch
I haven't talked to her in a while.
Wait, say that again?
I haven't talked on Jessie Lee in a while, so I mean,
I don't think I've ever talked about her at all.
I did a few videos of her, but like it's been a very long time since I've done any. So. But even still, it's funny. Blocked within a week of me being blocked.
Yeah. Something like that. It was like a little bit after you announced it. Awesome.
After I'd shared, because I was like, that's funny. I mean, you really showed me. I have multiple Instagrams. Good luck trying to figure out who I am.
Yeah. That's how I double checked too. I switched accounts to like my dog paw one, and I saw that I was able to find her really easily. So I was like, oh, yep, I'm blacked.
I know, right? You're like, oh yeah, there I am.
It's for sure now.
Is confirmed. But yeah. So what else are you up to do? What else are you up to today?
Today is Wednesday.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, this was pretty much the event for the day.
I mean, I would say the same because I was like, we're just gonna do a collab, even if it's just like a talking one. We can talk on anything. It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, just hang out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my day for today. I was gonna, just sit at home and hang out.
I understand that feeling all too well. I had to plug my phone in because it started dying up. Oh look, now it's 63. Oh good, that was fast. It took forever. I was like, I kept using my phone for TikTok earlier, and I was like, okay, I gotta charge it.
It was tired.
Yeah. I was hoping my kids would take a nap because I knew Artemis was ready. She kept pulling me when I was on the couch. She kept pulling my arm, and I was like, and then Troy was like, I think she's ready for a nap. And then I got up and she pulled me towards the door. I was like, well, I guess you are ready to go upstairs, but they're not napping right
Wow. Fake news.
What was that?
Fake news.
Oh yeah, right.
I hate that term.
Oh, that term is silly.
I know, it's so annoying. Fake news.
And you're like, okay. Shut.
I was a fact checker as a job in 2020. Like, I basically look at memes or statements that people made online and would review the accuracy and see if it was factual, what they were saying. God, the bullshit I had to read during the COVID pandemic. Oh
my god. I can believe that was probably like the all-time high.
Oh wait, let's rephrase it so you don't get demonetized. The
Panorama.
flu pandemic.
Yeah.
The flu pandemic of 1918. There was just so much misinformation. It was frustrating.
I can believe it. I think that's when I started getting frustrated on Facebook. It's like with the panorama and everything. That's when I also got really irritated. And Instagram.
Yep.
I hated seeing like pastors using it as their the word I'm looking for. Like their scare tactic almost, or like their fear mongering, I guess it was. I was just like, no.
Yep. It's like we all don't know anything. Why do you think you know better than anyone else?
Right?
And I was like kind of bitter. I was kind of bitter like around March or so because I had to cancel my wedding. So whenever I'd see people like, ooh, COVID isn't real, I'd be like, shut up.
I know, right?
I'm 29. I am very old.
You're 29 too?
Yeah. Oh, you're 29 too?
Yeah. I'll be 30 in September.
Yeah, we're all 29.
Yep.
Nice. We got to do something crazy for the big 3-0.
I know.
Right?
Yes.
I told.
Hi, Grandma. That's like Grandma. That's Diana.
No.
Oh, for you. She's a Hi, Grandma. I was like, no, that's Diana. It sounds like Grandma because Diana sounds like Grandma, very close to at least. You're just having fun over there. Okay.
Do I sound like grandma?
Well, not sound, but like the name sounds like Diana.
Oh,
Grandma. I can't words.
Athena, you better get over here and do your schoolwork. Oh wait, she doesn't go to school.
Not quite yet.
I was trying to imitate her grandma.
It's all good.
So what are you guys up to?
Right now, we're just kind of chit chatting.
Oh.
We're just hanging out.
Just hanging out. Because I figured, I was like, well, we could just talk about it and record it a little bit of it and be like, here's our Fun Club. And if they don't like it, oh well, they don't have to like it.
Right? Like, what is that gonna do? Demonetize us?
I know. Right? You can't demonetize. You can't be monetize people that aren't monetized yet. Hi, Diana. She lives in Arizona. Oh, I know. That's okay.
Mom and Dad visit.
There's a
Okay.
she's so cute.
Yeah, she's very entertaining. She loves
Cool.
cops like her
Like
daddy.
her parents have ADHD or something.
I know. Really?
What? No, because you lost the other dice that I gave you.
Oh. She's like, I want dice. No. You had lost the other dice earlier.
I gave you 6 dice. Find those, and then I'll think about giving you more.
So what else are you doing then?
Oh dang! I wish I brought my. I'm painting my friend's dog. Bye.
Yeah, Artemis is sleeping. I know.
She's like, ha, loser.
I know, right? She's like, I'm free.
I'm always like, sleep is for the weak. Don't tell my daughter I said that.
And then in reality, we're like, sleep is for the people that want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like
Sleep is
us.
natural.
I want to go to sleep all the time, but I don't fucking sleep.
I'm sorry.
Stop. Stop.
That's been a crazy girl. Here, come over here. Hey, want to go over to your toy area, please? Then sit there. Then sit there. Here. Here. Video game? I'm not playing a video game.
I'll let her touch the keyboard. She'll start spacing out you.
Yeah, no. Sit. You sit.
I'll be
But
right
yeah.
back. Be good. Listen to your mother.
Daddy said, be good. Listen to your mom. No. Now I just have my crazy kid over here. No.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. You just love doing that. But yeah. We can always plan to do another one as well with any videos that we have saved or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I feel we could just make this one as like a fun thing. We can plan for another down the road.
Hell yeah, I'm down. I mean, heck yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Now, funniest thing that my kid ever said, Athena, because she's older, was she said shit around my mom, and it's the funniest thing ever.
Was your mom like,
Oh no. Actually, it was my mother-in-law that did it, and it's funny because my mother-in-law is the one that like has swore most than my mom does. And my mom was like, "Did she say what I thought she said?" And I was like, "Yep." And my mom was like, "Oh, okay."
what you gonna do about it?
I know, right? I'm like,
Nothing.
I mean, it's not that bad, honestly. I would say the FUCK one is probably worse. I'm like, okay, let's not use that one as much.
Let's keep that. Yeah. We could get in trouble with that one.
Oh yeah. Here, I'm just gonna do this.
I tend to say "oh shit" when I mess something up, and now my daughter's saying it too. She's like, "Oh shit, Oh, I mean,
All that.
sorry.
It's okay. No worries.
Oh no.
Honestly, I just find that to be honestly, in my opinion, the least that like you know what I mean. Like we all heard that as a kid, or like damn it, like that one.
Yeah.
And you're like okay, but like I said, growing up as like in the fundamentalist, even in my house though, like full of hypocrisy. When your stepdad is like, I'm a swear, and I'm like, okay.
Didn't God say we're not supposed to do that?
I know, right? You're like, whatever. And it's like, okay, it's really not that bad. Like, words are words. Like, it'd be different if you're, I don't know, trying to curse someone. But I would say, like, Christians have more the capability of doing that than anyone else, honestly.
Yeah.
At least from my point of view.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would say, I don't know. I'm not religious either, so I can't.
I mean, it's not. What kind of background did you come up?
I was Catholic for most of my life. I was Catholic from being raised by my parents, and then sophomore year of high school, I remember being like, I don't think I believe in God. Oh God, oh God, oh God. And then like I actually got baptized when I was 15, and I told myself, I'm like, this is it. I'm gonna get baptized. I have to take my religion seriously. And that didn't happen.
Yeah. Okay, tie it off. She's like, turn the AC off. Even though it gets
It's not hot. You're not gonna melt.
I want a drink.
you want a drink.
I want to take a look.
I want to take a little sip. Okay, sit down. Here you go. Okay, steal mommy's drink. But that's cool. I mean, Catholic is kind of similar, just like a tad different, at least from what I know of them.
Yeah. I think they were definitely way more relaxed than what you were raised in.
Definitely.
For
That's
sure.
my experience. I'm pretty positive they're very relaxed.
Yeah.
Outside of like, unless you like, is Catholicism more with the what is it with like mass and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't. I feel like I wouldn't go that much. We only went like 2 solid straight years religiously. I think
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Ever since I was like a sophomore, I was like, this is it. I gotta take my religion seriously, and that just never happened. And now I think I'm kind of. My husband said he thinks I'm like spiritual versus atheist, and I'm like,
Yeah, I would say I'm more on that area too. Mainly
yeah,
because like I believe like there are things out there. Like, like you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, because I've had like haunting experiences, so I'm not like out of the realm of believing that there's obviously something.
Haunting?
Yeah, like with like seeing like ghosts and stuff.
Do tell.
Okay, well, I can tell you a couple stories of when that happened.
I'm
I
scared.
can tell you. Are you interested in those ones? Because those are I like telling those ones because those are interesting. I would say the one oh yeah, the one crazy experience was at my grandma's house, which was my great grandma's house originally, and my great grandfather, who I never got to meet, he died way before any of us were born. So my great grandma, was never married after that. So she lived in that house till she died, and about I'm gonna say like 5 years ago, I was staying over my grandma's house in the basement, and because where my grandfather died, he died in the basement in his work shed area. So like down that way, and I was in the part of the area of the basement where the living room is, kind of like a little living area, hangout area. So there's a staircase to go upstairs. It's like a two. I don't know how to describe the house. It's like a 2-level house, and I see in the corner of my eye because like I'm packing up to leave because I stayed over the night, and I see from the corner of my eye on the left side is like this white figure just walk past me. Don't hear him walking, just walk past me, go up the stairs, and I was like, okay. And then I told my grandma about it, and she's like, "Oh, that's probably my dad." I was like, "Yeah, you're right. It probably was."
As in, she's seen him before
Yeah,
and has just kind of been happy with the fact, oh, it's my dad.
yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. It was actually very like it was not like scary. I wasn't scared. I was just kind of like I saw it from the, like when you see things on the corner of your eye just pass by. It was just very quiet and just walked by. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the only time I had a really scary experience with something that in my old house when I lived in Mannheim was at the house I was at. My mom and I were going to bed at like I don't know what time of night. It's pretty late. It might have been like 1 o'clock when we went upstairs, and my bedroom was right across from the bathroom at the time. So like you could see the city light from outside the window, and I went in my room real quick. Like I walked in because she went into her room, which was right beside me, and then my room, and then my sister's room was right down the hall. So it was like not that far. And I turn around to the hallway, and I see this huge black mass figure in front of me, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, there's something in front of my door." And she's like, "Oh yeah, just go to bed, shut the door." I was like, "Okay." Shh, shut the door. Didn't even acknowledge it. I was like, "Okay, bye. Going to sleep now."
Wait, so even your mom, so you
I'm pretty sure
told
she
your
had to have
mom.
seen it because that way. Now that I think about it, the way she answered was like she must have seen it before.
Mommy.
What?
Oh my gosh, that is so scary.
Yeah, no, I was like, no, I don't know. Oh my gosh, you know who that is? Our roommate.
I've never experienced a ghost before, or what I think would be a ghost experience, but I definitely believe in them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those things like I know they exist. Yeah, I don't have proof. Yeah, I don't have evidence, but I know they're out there.
Obviously, the only time I caught outside of maybe a couple pictures in the past was when I tested out StreamYard up in the attic. I think it was like a month ago. I was trying it out for real, like just to on my laptop. Huh?
Bless you.
Drink your drink. She's sleeping. I was checking out StreamYard on my laptop with like my webcam and stuff, and I was just curious of
But I had one.
what's that?
$300
Oh, Troy found a $300 card. He's pulling through his magic together. But yeah, so I was recording just because I was trying to figure out my laptop acts up weird, so I've had to use my husband's computer, and I was recording and I looked down and I didn't realize I caught like two orbs pass by the camera, and I was like, what the heck is that? I don't know who that was or who those two were because they were two different directions, and I was like, okay, that's nice.
No, just.
Just recording. Hi,
Oh,
she.
God. Oh, hello.
Chief, what are you doing?
She's being weird, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like it's definitely, I definitely would say it more spiritual in that way. Yeah. Hi, Sheik. Oh, dog. Okay, you want to come up here? You want to say hi? Yes, you gonna say hi? Okay.
Hi.
You gonna be good?
Hello, Lucy.
Hi, Sheik. Hi, Sheik.
So cute.
Okay, down. Good dog. Good dog, big dog.
Oh.
She only weighs almost as much as you do.
Yeah, she only weighs as much as me. Big,
Oh.
big baby. How old is she now? 3?
Or
4?
So cute.
just I got her the year before we moved in here.
Yeah.
Mommy.
What, baby?
Down.
What get out? That. Mm-hmm. What get out? Well, that stays there, baby girl. That keeps it tablecloth from moving. Mommy had to get it so you guys wouldn't move the tablecloth. But yeah, what about you? Any experiences for you?
Like supernatural type
Yeah.
experiences? I don't think so. I mean, like, I kind of sort of believe in weird things, like
Oh,
3 a.m. is the devil's
yeah.
hour in my head, and I try not to be out at 3 a.m. because it scares me.
Mm-hmm.
But
No,
I don't think I really had anything weird like that happen to me. I'm always like, if I ever saw a ghost, I would like scream and pass out and piss myself.
yeah, no, I get that. Like a real full body apparition, yes, I would understand that. Yes.
Yeah.
I think he was just checking to make sure Artemis was still asleep.
What? Where's your shorts?
In the bathroom, maybe?
Lydia.
We'll go see Lydia. Can I have the drink back? You want to go see Lydia?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. That took no time at all. Sorry about that. She's happy to go see Lydia.
First, find the dice.
My kid will now
One
have
right
fun with her cousin
There's 6
Lydia,
of them.
basically.
There's 6 of them.
Wow, we've been talking for an hour. That's not bad.
Oh, hey, look at that.
For an hour
Yeah.
without your phone?
Yeah.
My battery's about to die too.
Oh, do you need to charge it?
What's that?
Do you need to charge your phone?
Yeah, I got my cable right here.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I can also end up downloading this then for you, so you can share it on yours as well.
Sure.
I can just email it to you now. Because like I said, we can also plan for another one. Yes. Oh, thank you. So I can see Sissy. Ooh, monitor. Need that. I need the. Oh wait. Well, I can't really see her right now, but oh well. I have the monitor.
That gash on your forehead is so like clear. Like, see it from over here.
I hit on an odd angle.
Ay, ay, ay.
That shelf over there where the speaker is.
I found her.
Like I
I
like,
found the
turned
head.
around and hit it. And I was
I
like,
found the
uh-huh.
head.
Yeah, with 4 kids around and 2 cats
I
being
found
crazy.
the head
Yeah.
here.
Go find your
And the
shorts.
dog. Go find the other
So with
diapers.
all the kids and like the cats out, which I can't have
Find the
the
dice.
cats out with all 4
There's one
kids
left.
around, even though they're like, oh, I see the kitties, and I was like, no, we're not doing that anymore. They might not like me for it, but oh well, I'm not doing that with just one person because that's a big no. I'm like, no, thank you. Well, Artemis is sleeping, baby girl. You want? Oh, you want to look at the cat? Okay, because the kitty's out.
Oh, keys.
You see Hazel?
This was
You have a gray cat and a black cat.
Look at keys.
I should look at the kitty.
This is so they're gonna hissle.
Okay, bye. I needed that, but okay, bye. She says.
So you got 2 cats and a dog?
Yes, and then our roommate has his dog, which is our dog's mom. Keep it in.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Cute. Do they know? Like, do you think the dogs know? Like, hey, mom, what's up?
I mean, they did have. Dog, you're shaking everything. I think she kind of knew or does know, but not to the extent anymore because, like, one time, our roommate brought her back through the house at the time however, we had it set up prior, and she, being protective that she is of like the 2 kids, did not like her coming through, and they had a little bit of a brawl.
Oh.
So now we have to like keep them separated, like the music. Da-da. Yeah, like, literally, because then it'd be chaos even more. And you're like, okay. I mean, they do good outside together, like when they go outside, but inside like this part of the house, like the living room, that's her domain. So she's like, don't go in it.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
She's like, stay out of my property.
Yeah, no, she's like, no, don't be going near mine. And you're like, okay, chill out. You're fine. And you're like,
Oh.
whatever. But yeah,
She's like, don't talk to my sisters either.
I know, right? And then like the other two cats, which went like the one cat, I didn't realize Banksy, which is my black cat, which you know how like most black cats have a tendency to be really hyperactive.
Oh, I
She's
didn't know.
not as much. She's pretty like I mean she's pretty calm honestly, which is funny because I've had not owned black cats, but like had some black cats in my life partially for a little bit, and she's very calm, but she has like wobbly cat syndrome where she doesn't have the ability to walk right.
Open this.
No, I'm not opening it. Get rid of this.
Okay.
Oh, okay. She's like, I want you to open something that I'm not allowed to have. No. And she's like, oh. And I was like, play with this for a little bit. Okay. Not hard to distract my kid enough that she can, whatever she can play with. So I'm like,
Daddy. Mommy.
yes.
Yeah.
You, what?
I want to draw it.
You want a marker?
Uh-huh.
Alright. I will give you this marker,
Okay.
but then you gotta have it, put it right back, okay?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm all over the place.
You're good.
But yeah. They but she has like wobbly cat syndrome, which I didn't realize was a thing until well, she started moving more and I was like, oh, this isn't going away. This is a thing.
Oh.
So she just like it's more of a what's the word? It's not a mental inability, but more of a physiological inability, like where they can't like walk right all the time and like they have a hard time staying like mobile in the best way possible. I think that's the best way. Like it, like I said, it's not like she's very smart. She just
Mhm.
can't walk right all the time. So I try, and I'm like, okay. And she does very well playing with her sister. So I'm like, okay, go play.
She has good and bad days.
Yeah, and
Oh.
but she's very sweet. And they both are like, hi. I'm like, okay. But the girls always like kitties, and I'm like, yeah, they're your kitties, but they're more mommy's kitties because they come to mommy more. So, but they're still your kitties. They're
We
just
care.
yeah. But like Artemis is always wanting to hold them, and I'm like, Artemis, stop holding them, or else you're gonna get scratched. And then she gets, and they have to learn the hard way. And I'm like, well, if you get scratched, well, you learn, and maybe not all the time, but you learn. I'm like, well, yeah, stop getting
Yeah,
the cat.
their behavior, like it changes. That's what I try to tell my sister, my daughter. Like when she's up in her dog sister's face,
Yeah.
I'm like, chill. She's very obviously telling you right now, fuck off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's also what I have to do, like, because like the other two kids that I have over, my dog is like a little weird with them versus my two. I don't know why. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna put you in another part of the house for now while they're here, so they don't like have the dog growl at them for no reason. So for
Mhm.
the sake of like she doesn't like she just is not one of the, like she likes attention, but she doesn't like it when it's unsolicited attention at the time. She's like, leave me alone. I don't want it. You're like, okay, are you a cat or a dog? 'Cause I can't tell.
She's like, no, thank
Yeah, go away.
you.
But she's sweet. She loves. She's good. She is good with kids. Like, but she's better with like if Troy's home because she'll listen to him more versus me. Like she does listen, just not as well.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, what kind of dog do you have?
I have like a German Shepherd, and then the other one is a Husky German Shepherd.
Oh, nice. It
Yeah.
sounds pretty.
What the German Shepherd we found in 2020. He was like in the road, and we enticed him with a Sonic burger.
Aw.
Yeah.
And then the other one you said is a husky.
Yeah. Mhm. Friggin' this morning, she was trying to play fight with him, and she's like, "Rah, rah, rah." I'm like, people are sleeping.
Sounds about right. Always like the worst times you're like, stop.
I know. And then when they get crazy, you can't stop it. Like there is no stopping it. Like,
Yeah, I've had
hello. They get zoomies all around the apartment. I'm like screaming at them, stop.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. That's why, like I said, when I have 4 toddlers here on the weekend, I make sure to keep the dog basically, unless we go outside for a bit, if it's not terribly hot. Because after a while, I'm like, okay, I can't handle this. I don't like to be outside. And then I see the kids start getting red, and I'm like, well, you really got to go inside now. And they're like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, you guys are all turning red. You need to go in the house now. You've been out here for like 40 minutes, and you're already red. Dude, go in the house. And they're like, oh,
Drink water.
and like, even if I bring the drinks out, they don't always like want to, but they drink them, but they don't always keep them by me, so they don't go in the sandbox that we have or whatever. I'm like, stop going out that way. So, but I mean, they're pretty good. They've gotten into a habit with me more now, so I try to keep it pretty, like, not strict, but like pretty fit set schedule most times, so they don't like, because one is older, like she's 5, so I have to like, if I don't stop them at certain amounts of snacks, and she's like, I want more, and I'm like, you just had snacks like an hour ago. You're okay. Gotta wait. You gotta wait a little bit.
That's how my daughter is. It's so hard not to like, what? You want a snack? Okay. Gets up and gets her snack.
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband said that our roommate, our friend, smacked his butt on the. I was like, of course. They were friends forever. I was like, okay, whatever.
16 years is a long time.
Okay.
Wouldn't be the first time I've slept in the same bed as him.
Like I said, I'm not surprised. Those are sissy shoes. Okay. He's like, Daddy said, Pete, you okay? What'd you do?
I literally just went like this.
Oh, she was not expecting that, huh? Pete, lay down. Sorry about that. She had. People just like went up there not expecting to not go in through the gate that we had. I was like, just startled. I was like, "What? You're fine."
I heard a scream.
Yeah, I was just like she barely touched her, and she was just like, "Ah!" I'm like, "Oh my god, you're fine." Really? But yeah, is your daughter sleeping right now, or is she playing?
Nah, they're out in the living room.
Okay,
I'm hiding in our office.
yeah. This is my temporary office till it gets colder out. Then I'll hopefully be able to work better up on my laptop. But I need a desktop computer that works way faster than my laptop does.
Yeah.
He gave me one because that's what my husband has. They work really well.
I have a desktop at my mom's, but we just don't have room. Like, I have no room to put it here, so
Yeah,
left it at my mom's.
I understand. Yes, baby. Come here. I'll kiss it.
It's gone.
What's on?
Mine is gone.
Okay. Here, can I give you a kiss? Mwah.
Mine is gone.
Can you say hi? Can you say hi, Diana? No? You're gonna be shy? Okay. She's like, no. she got a hug now. She's better.
All better now? Not scared no more?
I think she just wasn't expecting it for some reason. She was like, I don't know. And we're in the middle of getting my Athena pie trained, so it's just
Getting your what?
I'm working on getting Athena pie trained right now. So like she's getting better, but she doesn't want to do it with mommy as well. So I'm like, it's not a big deal. Like, that's not me doing it, because I'm like, well, I mean, whoever she wants to do it, as long as she gets taught learning it, that's all that matters. Because it took her forever to want to do it. So
Pretty cool.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna go so I
Yeah.
can go hang out with my child,
I get that.
and I'm hungry.
That's not a bad idea either because I do have to eat too. I haven't eaten in a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's like 4 for you, huh?
Yeah.
It's almost like I tell you to eat and you still don't fucking eat.
I know, and then I get caught up in stuff, so I had to make sure.
I'm the
Hey,
same
why don't
though.
you take
Like
exercise in advance?
I mean,
Probably not.
we already made. I mean, I think what was it? If you go into a half hour into a video without saying a major cuss word, you're okay.
wait, say that again?
I think the with like swearing, you can go like half hour or more into a video before you can swear without worrying about it too much.
Well,
I
fuck,
think.
fuck, shit, fuck.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure I saw some. I think maybe it was Mac Attack that said it, and someone else that mentioned it. I forget who, but like they're just like real particular when you want to use those words and when you want to put them in there because like it like obviously you don't want to mention panorama or the other word or else obviously then you also get demonetized.
What word?
The other word.
The flu pandemic of 1918.
Yeah, that one. That one. He's like, oh, I was like, yeah, that one. So like anything, but I can let you go for now. Yeah, there's a dice up there.
Thanks, honey, for hosting this.
Yeah, no problem.
If
I'm
you
glad
want
we
to
get
do
to talk. We will have to figure out. Oh, you want to say bye?
Hi.
bye. Nice to meet you.
You say nice to meet you too?
This is you.
Bye, Athena.
You having fun? Okay, well I'll let you go, Athena, and I'll let you go too because I know you got a plate in front of you. We have to both eat.
Yeah, thank you. Let me know next time you want to do another live, and I'll pull some stuff up too for you to watch.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we
Heck
can
yeah.
plan for that. Maybe in like a week or two if you want to like it because I know we both have to try. Well, catch up on our own. At least a couple of recordings that I can try to get in there now and then.
Yeah. Fair.
Because I was like, well, if we both need at least up our recording because I know I'm a tad behind.
I told myself this week because I got so mentally exhausted from editing my last video. I was like, this week I'm not gonna record shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about it.
I was like, I will record this at least because then I can just send it to you and you can just put you're gonna be like, I didn't do any work. You'll be like, here you go.
Yeah.
Because at least you don't have to worry about it. Like, you'd be like, here's the video, just for funsies.
Yeah, just hang out. I told myself that I've noticed, I don't know if you've noticed, but when it comes to anti-MLM channels, if you do anti-MLM and something else, your something else tends to have forever lower views than your anti-MLM.
Oh yeah.
And at first I was like, okay, then maybe I should stick to anti-MLM. But I feel like no, like my channel is stuff, you know.
Yeah.
If I want to do something else and it's not gonna get so many views, so who cares?
Exactly. That's how I view it too. Like I talk about like toxic Christianity too, and may not get as many views, and it's not a big deal. But I'm like, I'm still gonna talk about whatever I want to talk about. I'm not gonna like not talk about it just because it doesn't get a lot of views. Like I'm small. I'm not expecting to reach that level at all anyway right now. Like if I get there, cool. If I don't, well, it is what it is right now.
And it's your channel, you know, like if you want to talk about other stuff, then so be it. Like that's what keeps it fun. That's what keeps like pressure off of you, if anything.
Oh yeah.
Right?
And like less likely to burn out because you're like, oh, I don't want to talk just about that. I like to talk to and get to know someone on other things. Like when we talk, like I said, I was like, I'll just press record and we'll just talk about whatever because I honestly don't care. I'm like, I would talk about whatever because if someone wants to comment in on whatever we talk about, they'd be like, oh my gosh, I think so on that too. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is our opinions, and we'll validate this now at the end of the video. And I'll probably put a video in before this too for my video if you want to do it for yours. I'll be like, this is just our opinions. It's not Anything you gotta take seriously. Just an opinion.
We're just chilling.
We're just chilling.
Buying energy drinks. You want one?
I'll have a coffee energy drink
Okay.
for tomorrow, at least.
Okay. I'll
Okay.
make sure to bring it back then.
Okay.
Oh, my joints.
I know
Oh,
that's going out too well.
moral of the story: stretch every day,
All the time.
all the time. Yes. Actually, the other day I was popping my back. I do it like this, like
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah, I do that
pulled
same
my
shit. I do,
back.
except for my sweaty arm. I'm sorry, but like I do that same reach up and like.
Yeah, for your spine, right?
But yeah, like it does help.
Yeah.
And I usually do this one as well because I have to.
Oh, yep.
But
I like did it wrong or something where I pulled my back and I like
ooh,
like my whole left side was just out for a day or two.
did you have to have well, for your pregnancy? Did you have an epidural at all?
Yeah.
Or you did? Okay.
Mhm.
I had it for my first one. I didn't have it for my second one, but I
Oh,
had it
You
for
have
my first one.
time for the second one.
I didn't have time because I was on Pitocin for the first one, and I didn't really care at the time to have all that again.
I barely had time to make it back to the room.
Yeah, it was like I was like, I don't like I like the epidural, but I didn't like the epidural. You know what I mean? Like it's like a love hate relationship with one.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
I
like
resisted until I couldn't anymore, and I was like, okay, fine, give it to
give
me.
it
I
now,
can do it.
give it now. Then you hate the feeling after you pushed, and then you're like your legs don't work, and you're like, I don't like that.
Well, I didn't even get that far. Yuki got stuck on my hips.
Oh really?
Yeah, so they were like, let's wait another hour, and if she doesn't come out, or if she doesn't drop, then we gotta take her out C-section. And I was like, she's not coming out. And I was right.
Yeah, mine were pretty. I would say I want to say kind of pretty quickly, considering the fact that I got my Pitocin put in. Oh, what's that for? I was like, oh, I love you too. Mwah. I love you. Goodbye. But yeah, I got my Pitocin for my second one at like I think it was 10 p.m. when they
Oh,
finally put it in. But we were there for a good like couple 6 hours, I think. But
dang.
9? Was it 9? I thought it was 10.
It was 9.
Okay.
Because us being there for 6 hours would have left it at 9.
Yeah, we were there pretty early though. I just forgot.
Mhm.
I forgot honestly. I just know it was late. I was like, ugh.
Straight from your appointment, which was at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
To the hospital.
Yeah, because we had the appointment that day and they checked her and she wasn't moving. Like obviously like she was like already at I could feel her. Like she had her head turned at my hip. Like in the hip area. And I was like, okay. And they're like, well, she's not moving, so I think we're gonna induce you. And I was like, oh
Dang.
fun. I get induced. I was that shit for the first one.
Hurts.
And oh yeah, that hurt, but I didn't want to do the epidural again because of how, like I said, the love hate relationship. If you know how epidurals are, you're like, and I had like a metallic taste in the back of my mouth like a year before it disappeared after having Artemis. Then it went away. I don't know why. Weird. I don't know. Just my experience. Not everybody has it. I was just like, okay, well, I don't want that taste lingering in my mouth the whole time. It wasn't like a strong taste, but it was still there now and then. I was like, okay, I don't like that. But yeah, so with the Pitocin, it was strong. It was strong contractions.
Yeah, I've heard that shit's hard. They were gonna induce me too, but she came out like a few days before she needed to.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So you were only like a few days from your due date then?
No, I was past it, but they like had scheduled the inducing like you
Induction,
on
yeah.
Thursday, and I started going into labor Monday. I was like, yes.
I love when that happens. Because both my kids were. Athena was a week early,
Oh.
And then Artemis was 2 weeks early.
Wow.
Yeah, I already predicted that she would be 2 weeks early. I was asking everybody else, so they're like, "Oh, she's gonna be a week early, like her sister," and I was like, "No, she's not."
You knew, you felt it.
Oh yeah, I was like, "This kid's not gonna wait. She's just gonna come and sit herself right here and be like, 'Oh yeah, you're getting induced,'" and it's like, okay, it is what it is.
Shoot.
But yeah, I the induction was fast once it started. I got to at least eat a little bit between that time, which I hated not being able to eat the whole time with the first one.
Mm.
And I had her at, I think we had her at 4. I think she was at 4 a.m. Yeah, she was early. That's all I remember. She was early. I have to look again at the birth. I forget, honestly. It's like right now I don't remember. Like I know she was early. That's all I remember. And I think Athena was later because she was later because I had an appointment that day too for her for Athena, which is funny. They both had appointments, and then they both decided to come on the appointment days for certain things. I was like,
Jeez.
so yeah. Want to know the craziest thing though about with my first one?
What?
I had contractions that morning. Didn't realize they were contractions. They're like small ones, like tolerable, like almost like a period cramp, I would say. Where it's like, and then I had the appointment. It was supposed to be for 12 or 1 o'clock or something like that, and I think we were supposed to leave at 12, and we left because mucus plug came out. And then because my husband doesn't drive, guess who drove to the triage? I did. All the way there.
Oh, snap.
All the way there. All the way there. And they're like, and then when they checked me at the doctor's, they were like, "Oh, you shouldn't be that far along. You shouldn't be. You're not that far. Considering you're walking, and you're not like crying, you're screaming." I'm like, okay, pushing through the cramping. That's all. I'm sorry. But yeah, like all the contractions, I just got there safely, thankfully. And then they were like, by the time I got to the hospital, because they were like, okay, we're gonna send you over to the hospital, which is right down the road from the triage, and then they checked me, and they're like, oh yeah, you're 5 centimeters. I was like, oh fine.
And they were just at first they were just basing it off of how you were reacting.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, you can't be that far, and I was like, I don't know how far I am, but I just know I made it here, and I'm not crying.
And you're like, and I feel her head like peeping out of my vagina, but yeah, sure, I'm not that far along.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when they would check my dilation, it hurt.
Oh yeah.
The day of, like, I remember screaming because it hurt so bad. Just them checking how dilated I was.
That stuff is never fun.
Hell no.
Because then they're like scrape inside you too, and you're like, can you not do that? Can you not do that? And you're like, oh, we have to check. I'm like, why? Why do you have to do that to check? Like, can you just like, I don't know how you check, but not that.
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
I know, right? Right.
I don't know what I would do if a doctor did that shit.
I don't know. It's great. Yeah, I don't want to keep it too long because we can do this again. I know we both have to eat because now that you're reminding me of food, I really have to eat now.
Heck yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, I know. It was fun doing this. And we will figure out an array of videos we could probably talk on too.
Heck yeah, I'm down. I've been collecting.
Same here. I do that too. I do like sometimes I have like older ones. And I'm like, I really probably don't need them, but you know, I'm like, no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to delete them. Just gotta have them in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed talking and hanging out. I'm sorry my kid jumping in there was a distraction.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah. Is that a baby blanket?
I need to what? Yeah. I was sitting on it. I'm like, stinky. I need to wash it.
I know the feeling. I'm like, oh, I gotta wash so much.
Have a good day.
You too. And we'll talk later.
Yeah. Talk to you later.
But yeah, I'll let you go.